Welcome back to Four Wheel Drive Adventure Crew. My name is Voss, and today we will be installing a light bar on my brother's Jeep. On my Jeep, I have everything pretty much AUXBeam, and we're working right now with a new company called NovSight, and you see me have the pod lights on my RV and some headlights. They're amazing. So today we're going to be installing this 40-inch light bar on his, and it is a dual color. It has white and amber, and then we're gonna be going out to Hellhole and testing it out, comparing it to AUXBeam, what I have on my Jeep, to his Jeep, and we'll see which one's gonna be better. So this is considered a 40-inch light bar, even though the light bar itself is only about 36 on the lens side. With the brackets, it is about 40. So even though it's a smaller one, but it's compact. So it comes with two different styles of brackets. You can mount them like this onto whatever you want, or you can have the side brackets. And they provide all the hardware. They provide a heavy-duty harness for it with two relays. One relay is for the white color, the other one's for the amber, and it's double fused. So the wires they're using are pretty good and stout. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna install it kind of on top for now. We'll see how it works. If we like it, we might find a permanent spot down the road, but for this trip, we're gonna be mounting it up on top of the Jeep. We already installed the spotlights on here that used to be on the RV. I'm not using RV at the moment, so we moved them onto the vehicle that needs them most compared to the RV. So these are pretty good, pretty powerful. It's just you can't run them on the road because they blind everywhere. So these are not driving pattern. These are just spot beams. And if you take off the lens, you can see that they don't have any reflective things on it, just a spot beam. Good for punching through fog. We're installing the brackets right now on top here, and we're using riv nuts to hold it in place, so it'll be on top. This light bar is more, when we tested it, it's more of a spot beam. We'll see how it works. One cool thing about this light bar, that it is super slim. It's right under 2 inches, and it's about 3 inches thick, so making it pretty slim and powerful is one of the good tricks that they did. All right, light bar is installed. Now Sasha's gonna run the wires for this thing, and he's gonna hook it up to his multi-switch panel. These cool things, and it's gonna be hooked up to one of those buttons. We are comparing that light bar to this light bar, which is my AUXBeam, and it does have a center section as a spot, and the rest is floodlight. So we're going to be comparing that in the woods to see which one gives you more illumination at night, so you can see where you're going. And the good thing about these connectors, they're all weatherproof, so you can have them out in the open and not worry about water getting in them. We are running the wires temporarily along the roof rack to test this thing out, and afterwards we can make it more permanent when we find a more permanent spot for this thing. We'll see if this thing's gonna be more powerful than the one I have on my Jeep. That will be the only thing. As you can see, it's a little bit amberish in there, so it does have a little bit of a flood for amber lights, looks like. So we'll see. We'll turn it on here in a second. We'll see what it looks like in the daylight. We have it all wired up. Let's go white light. As you can see, it's shining. As you can see on my garage. Turn it off. Yeah, you can see it's pretty powerful during the daytime. Let's go amber. Amber's a little lower, and you can see this whole thing is embering out like that. white and I think. And there we go. So both. So amber shining lower, white shining higher. We'll see what it looks like in the dark. Be packing up and heading out. We'll get to do some night wheeling up there, and we'll test them out at night. All right, so it is dark outside, and we're about to go on a little night run to test out the difference between AUXBeam light bar that I have installed on my Jeep and NovSight light bar dual color, and it's see what the difference is on the trail at night, because that's the proper way to test things against something else that we already have. So let's hit the trail and try to go up out of this lake bed, and then we'll come down. We'll see how good that light bar works in the dark and how good it shines onto the road ahead of you. Okay, so we're gonna be doing a comparison between AUXBeam light bar and NovSight light bar, and the difference is one is the NovSight light bar is a spot beam, the whole light bar. AUXBeam has a spot in the center, and most of it is a flood, so it does make a wider shot, but it's not as brighter straight ahead. So let's look at the differences. This is NovSight light bar. Straight up ahead, pretty bright in the one spot, kind of lights up everything around us. All right, turn off NovSight, turn on AUXBeam. AUXBeam only has a spot in the center, so, and it does shine pretty good around everywhere. But I think if we turn on NovSight right now, yeah, it overpowers AUXBeam. So all in all, I think it's more powerful than AUXBeam. The other feature that this thing has, it's a dual beam. You can go amber, and amber's just as powerful. AUXBeam off. And this is all amber with NovSight. That's a pretty cool feature, because then the bugs don't fly as much as they do compared to when you turn on the white light. Yep, all the bugs are coming right for it, right away. All right, we're gonna go hit the trail a little higher, see how it looks. So the other thing we're looking at is a mountain that way, and all we have on is, I have AUXBeam bumper mounts. These are driving lights. The only ones I have right now on the other Jeep are NovSight spot beams, and they are a lot brighter. So right now we're gonna turn off those, and we're gonna show you guys what AUXBeam looks like on the mountain. So turn off all the yellows, guys. All right, AUXBeam light bar. All right, so as you can see, there's a spot beam, and it's lighting up the whole mountain side with that spot beam. Okay, AUXBeam off, NovSight. And NovSight has a direct beam. It doesn't get anything covered right here. It's a direct spot beam. All right, AUXBeam on. See how it picks up the bottoms? That's the flood of the light bar. So that's why it's a two-piece. That one is a one-piece. But AUXBeam off, NovSight amber. See, the amber actually picks up the lower portion. So the cool thing is, if you want to ride with both, you can turn on amber and white and make it brighter for yourself everywhere. This is how it's gonna make it better for you. So overall, I'm actually impressed. All right, since you don't have any big light bars, like the more expensive one, all you have is an Amazon one. If you would be spending roughly 400 bucks on a light bar, out of these two options, which one would you go with?
I'd have to say that single row of LEDs that's in the NovSight light probably would take the cake, because it's smaller and it performs and it's dual color. So I mean, you're getting your money out of it.
Yeah,
that's what I prefer.
It's just in my opinion, it's cool to have both. We'll see how it will perform in the long run, because the AUXBeam did leak on mine twice. This is the second light bar. We'll see what the NovSight will do. But out of the lights that we were provided for the fog lights, the little bumper ones, both I think I like AUXBeam better, and I think that's why you have yours. NovSight beam is just a bit blinding people, you know, on the road. But that's not the point we're trying to make today. But we're out here, out in the wilderness, testing all these cool products out there. All right. Well, that was a pretty good comparison between the two light bars that we have, AUXBeam and NovSight. And if you want to find out more information, you can check out the NovSight link down below in the description. And we have a discount coupon code. If you want, it will help you at the checkout. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next adventure.